Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to pre-register your plants for the Southern Ontario Orchid Society Orchid Show. Let's begin. First thing I've done is navigated to www.soos.ca, that's the homepage of the Orchid Society. We're specifically looking for information about the annual show. So from the annual show menu, we see a number of things, we'll just scroll that down a bit, that we can do. Specifically, we're looking for online plant registration. This takes us to another page with more information about plant registration. We're going to head right to the online plant registration system, which takes us to a login page. The system is currently in test mode. That just means that when we go into live mode, we're going to dump whatever data was in test mode. So let's log in. We'll use the sample login today. That's something you can use anytime if you want to go to this site and play around with the system yourself. So sample is the login, and password is also the word sample. Logging in. This takes us to the home page of the plant registration system. This is particularly typified by a menu. You see at the top, you'll be seeing that on all the other pages. This sort of is basic navigation for the system. Home page brings you back here. List of classes is a list of the many classes that are in the system. The Mid-America Orchid Classification, that's a more detailed list of plants and intergenerics and which class they go into, because sometimes it gets a little confusing. And of course you can edit your exhibitor info by going there. But of course the real meat of this whole system is the registration thing itself. It's in 3 steps. Let's begin with plant registration number 1. This brings us to a page where we can enter plants. You see our current list of plants. There's none there, total records of 0. So let's add one, shall we? We click add new plant. That takes us to another window. Actually, this is just scrolled further down, but it's the same page, but it looks nicer if it's on a different page. Here we have the option, we can once again view the list of classes and the Mid-America schedule if we need to, but I think we're kind of figuring out what's going on. Let's see what we can do. Let's enter, I know a plant, let's enter something simple. Phalaenopsis, Phalaenopsis, amabilis. I've got a little plant of that, which I think is quite nice and deserves to be entered in the show. Now, as it's a species, we don't need to enter a parent for it. I'm going to enter it into the sample display. If I wanted to enter it in one of the other displays, the society displays that accept contributions from other people, I can select it from that list. That's very simple, but we'll leave it in the sample display for today. Now, all the plants that you're entering in this are going to be entered for ribbon judging and trophy judging, but there's another level of judging on top of all that, and that is AOS judging. And what does this mean? Well, any plant in the show may be considered by the AOS show judges for an AOS award. Now, should your plant be granted an award, you'll be charged a fee of about $30 payable to the AOS, which processes this award. If you don't wish to pay this fee, then you need to designate your plant as not for AOS judging. Now, I'll stress again, this means it's still fine for ribbon judging and still trophies and Porsche ribbons and things like that. It's just not the AOS award because that costs money. And some people don't want to do it, and that's fine. Anyway, I'm totally cool. I don't think my plant is going to win an AOS award, but if it did, hey, I'd be quite proud of that. So I'm going to let it stand for AOS awards. Now, next we have to assign it to a class. Now, once again, this is a Phalaenopsis amabilis, a Phalaenopsis species. So we scroll down to find out where that might be. Brassavola, Sophronitis, Cattleya, Paphiopedilum, Phragmipedium, Oranges, Esquicenda, Mercastylus. Now this is looking more likely. Phalaenopsis and Doranopsis hybrids, blah, blah. Doritis and Phalaenopsis species. I think that's where we're going. Class 60. Yes, it's a Phalaenopsis species. That's where we want to go. So I've clicked on that. I'm going to click on this button over here that says assign classes to my plant. Click on that. We'll scroll over and see that yes, the classes assigned to the plant is class 60, Doritis and Phalaenopsis species. Now you can see there's room here for more classes to be assigned. Now Rule 16 says that the same exhibit cannot be entered into more than one class, and any individual plant or cut flower can be entered into one of classes 10 to 113 and class 114 specimen, but no other double entries are permitted. Now my little amabilis is just a little amabilis with a few flowers on it. It's not a great big tub full of 4 feet of towering amabilises that I've had for 50 years. It's just a nice little plant. So it's not really classified as a specimen, so I'm just going to leave it there in that one class. And then we click add, and we can see that it's been added in my list of plants. There's tag number 6, automatically assigned. Phalaenopsis amabilis, class 60, Dryas and Phalaenopsis species. Very straightforward. That's entered in the system now. Let's do another one just for fun. This time we're going to do a Paphiopedilum. Paphiopedilum. I love Latin. And it's called Satchel's Legend, which is a complex hybrid made of another hybrid called Satchel Page and another one called Macabre. I'll leave it in that. I'll leave it in the sample display. I'll leave it for AOS judging. And now to assign a class for it. It's dark reddy, winey kind of color. Let's look at, scrolling down, Paphiopedilum hybrids, complex hybrids. We're getting there now. Paphiopedilum hybrids, other colors, vinicolor, complex hybrids. That's exactly describes my plant. So we'll click that over there, and there now it's assigned to class 41. Click on add, and that's that. I could continue on this and do the rest of the plants in my display. I'd also want to do an entry for my display itself, which is just the same way. You just enter the name of the display, call it display, and then assign it to one of class 1 to 8, depending on what kind of display you got, and add it, and then that's that. So then we'll pretend we've got all our plants now entered, and we go to step 2, confirming the entry. This brings us to another page. It's a more printer-friendly page, so that means you could print this off and bring it along with you. Sort of as a guide, and in case anything goes wrong, we've got a paper record of what's going on. At this point, you can see what's really going on, what's entered into where, and all that stuff. If there's any changes you need to make, you can go back to plant registration. If it's all okay, then you click submit. Da-da-da. That brings us over to this page. A little reminder that you can come back and log in anytime to make any changes. That's totally cool. But you've got until midnight on before the day of setup to get this all done. And after that point, there's a cutoff because I download all the information into a local database, which I bring along and print off the tags. So then if we're all happy with that, submit entries and log out. Ta-da! Then we're back into the login page. So everything's happened and it's all fine. And it's all great. And that's how you pre-register plants for the Orchid Society show. Dead simple. It'll save you a ton of time. Once you get there, we'll have your tags ready. Of course, you can make changes, additions and deletions, because things happen in transit, and you might find a fabulous plant at Canadian Tire that you simply must have. Did Canadian Tire sell plants? I don't know. And that would be great. If you've got any questions, please let us know. Registrar at seuss.ca. I look forward to seeing you at the show. It's going to be great. Thanks.